Day 9, Rest in Silence. Psalm 62, verses 5 through 8. Yes, my soul, find rest in God. My hope comes from him. Truly, he is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I shall not be shaken. My salvation and my honor depend on God. He is my mighty rock, my refuge. Trust in him at all times, you people. Pour out your hearts to him, for God is our refuge. Reflection for day 9. This psalm reminds us that the starting and ending point of our relationship with God is not work, but rest, or as another version puts it, silence. In John's vision of heaven in Revelation 5, we are given the lovely image of our prayers, the prayers of the saints, as incense rising up to God from golden bowls held by the elders. The assurance that our prayers, having been prayed, go directly to God enables us to trust because our hope comes from God. The introduction to this novena spoke about us listening in to the conversation of heaven through the means of the Psalms. Now we come on the eve of Pentecost to the silence and stillness of heaven, where we are no longer listening or waiting, but resting in God's presence. In this rest, we enjoy the company of God and offer our companionship to God in return. When we find ourselves in that peaceful place and time stands still, we remember two things. The first is that God and we are on the same side. Our concern and care, and sometimes worry, for those we carry in prayer is shared by God. We do not need to argue with God, even when we feel the need to shout out our prayers in desperation. The second is that spending time quietly in God's presence is transformative. Often in this way, our lives become effective witnesses to the peace and joy and love of heaven. Lord God, as I rest in your presence, help me to hold others there. Help others to experience your presence today.